Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here at the shop, back in Canada for the Christmas holidays. So we thought we'd throw together a little, I guess you'd call it a year in review. So hope you guys enjoy our video. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe. We're slowly busting out content. I know it's far and few between, but between racing, working, and everything else, it's not the easiest thing to do when you're by yourself. So bear with us, and we appreciate all you guys watching. So with that, let's get at it. Well, like we always do, we headed off to North Carolina to finish off our season at the Dig or Die Christmas Clash. While we made it a bunch of rounds and had a lot of fun, it was time to reassess our racing program and decide what we were going to do in 2024 to help get us back in the game. As much fun as going rounds is, it's always nicer when you can win. So after hanging out with all our good friends in North Carolina, we headed back south, down to the sunny state of Florida. It was time to make some changes. We decided to move some stuff around and put more stuff in the bed of the truck. And here's how it went. To see more about this, feel free to check out the video we did on testing the rear mount turbos. So as you can see, we moved everything into the bed of the truck. S10s are known for being light in the rear end, so we tried to move everything backwards as we were looking to build more of a backside, no prep, street truck. So with that, we moved on forward into the biggest race of the year, North versus South. Well, our crazy idea, North versus South, that was jotted down on a piece of paper and discussed between myself and Terry, turned into one of the biggest no prep races ever to be held in South Florida. We had hundreds of racers coming from all over the country, some of the fastest cars Florida had to offer, Power Wheels races, we had SRC on the property, and our friends from 247 Motorsports coming from the north to come race with us, and some of the baddest cars South Florida had to offer. It was one of the best events we've done to date, and can't believe how it turned out. 2025 can only be bigger and better. Well, after North versus South, we packed up all our stuff and headed home. We made a quick stop in Virginia to see our friends at MMX, as they had a Jeep roller for us. As some people know, from our original days, we were big Jeep guys. So we picked that up and headed home back to the cold north. Well, now that we were back in Canada, the truck was looking a little bit shabby. After moving the turbos and everything else into the rear, all the body panels were looking pretty banged up, so we decided to do something a little bit different. We ripped off the camel wrap and went back to the old plain Jane white truck. Well, I talked to Maxwell and told him enough is enough. It's time to get to work and let's try to win some races. And that's exactly what we did. Well, it was that time of the year. It's time for War in the Woods. This is one of my favorite races of the year. War in the Woods in the springtime is always a race that can't be missed. The crowd, the atmosphere, and just the heads-up racing there is something that can't be described until you're sitting in the driver's seat. Definitely one we try to make every season. Well, we survived War in the Woods. Didn't make it to the finals, but went a couple rounds in True Street. I think that'll probably be the class we're going to focus on this year. When we go to those events, it seems to be the one best fitted for the truck the way we have it built. So moving forward, it was that time of the year again. Katy Cash Days, one of my favorite races of the year. Not only do I get to hang out with my good friends, but it's also my birthday weekend.
If we're drinking and you ask me if I'm drunk, 80% of the time I'm going to say something like, no, I'm just buzzed. And it's not because I want to look cool or anything. It's because I really don't know how drunk I am until I'm an absolute sloppy mess. It's just one of my many flaws.
Channel 5 News here with Terry Vanderlyn himself. Vanderlyn, the din.
What do we got, Terry? Give us the rundown.
No, you get out of here. I got shit to do today. You're just fucking around.
Well, we came home after KD and something just didn't feel right. This truck didn't feel like it was my truck. The white did look super clean, but there were too many white trucks in the no prep scene, so I wanted something a little bit different. Something that felt more like my truck. So we decided to do a thing.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119
the fresh wrap completed, it was time to go to the Canadian Super Bowl of No Prep Racing. 519 Pro Streets Grand Bend race. 2 days of backside racing action on the road course at Grand Bend Motorplex. It was time to put up or shut up. And that's exactly what we tried to do. After making it to the finals in Outlaw and Small Tire the day before, it was time to stop screwing around. We were here to win, and that's exactly what we came out to do. Well, we were definitely having wheelie problems, and they were definitely costing us races. So the first thing to do before we headed to Florida was figure out how to fix the problem. Well, it was time to hit the road and head down south. We packed up all our stuff and started heading south to the Sunshine State of Florida.
Arrived yesterday down here in Southwest Florida, and yeah, we started off our trip by heading straight to the racetrack.
Back to work?
Yeah, that's what's happening. Mike's in the air-conditioned trailer, working on his laptop, and I got to do the rest of the truck. Oh, I can hear you.
Huh?
My first day back, Mr. George over here forgets half the shit he's doing. And then he's chirping me because I'm on the laptop. You know your job. This is my job. Drinking Starbucks and sitting on the laptop in the air conditioner. I was happy to be back in the sunshine, and we had the wheelies figured out, so it was time to head to Mexico and try to win something. We were back in the winner's circle again. Although we were battling against a bunch of all-wheel drive cars, we still managed to pull off the win.
That's right. They thought they were cool. Well, how cool are you today? Can y'all make up a rap song about this?
Well, everything was looking good. We were in Florida, we won our first race back. Everything was on the up and up until it no longer was. Sadly, the transmission had had enough, and we ended up shattering the internals in it. With the transmission out now, we had no truck. We were sad. But like they always say, the show must go on. So off we jumped to help our friend, Mike, with the ugly duck, to get him ready for the biggest race of the fall. The Fall Brawl 3. It was time to kick off Florida's no prep season with the biggest race to finish off 2024. And it was time to crown a new king. Well, we did it. We crowned the King of Immokalee for 2024. Congratulations, guys. Well, with Maxwell on my case constantly, we finally sorted the truck out and took it out back to try to do some testing.
She's back. Yeah.
The truck was back and ready to roll, which meant we were back to racing. And with the upcoming collaboration with TRC and Limpy, we had one of the biggest backside races in Florida to attend to. Well, it was time to pick up our friends and head up to Orlando. This was going to be an absolute banger. But before that, did somebody say streets?
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
endo was done. We made it to the semifinals in small tire and pulled off a win in tailgate. I was really hoping to win that tailgate class because that's why we were there. So that was definitely icing on the cake for our season. I can't complain about much. We had a great season in 2024. There was only one more race to go before we shut it down for the year. And that was one of our favorite races to finish off the year with. And that was Dig or Die in North Carolina. Well, we made it 4 rounds at Dig or Die, and it was a successful season all around. I couldn't be any happier. We were hoping to try to pull off a win, but messed up our final tune-up. But we'll be back again, like we always are, to give it another go. Every year we're moving a little bit further, closer to that winning goal. So to wrap this up, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's helped me throughout the years. All the crew, all my friends, all our sponsors, everyone else who's had faith in me and our program. We appreciate you all. We are definitely looking forward to 2025. Moving forward, we took the motor out of the truck and took it over to our friends at Mike Thompson Racing Engines, and they will be freshening it up for us. So we will be back down in Florida in January to start our 2025 season. We have a couple of awesome upcoming events, and we'll definitely be keeping you guys in the loop. So till next year, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2025.